Good morning, Thailand. Oh boy, it was very difficult leaving that accommodation. It was the best bed, best room that I've had all trip. Softest bed, felt like I was sleeping on a cloud. Oh, it was really difficult to leave there. But I have to push forward. There's a lot to do this morning. I'm here in that ancient capital of Thailand, and there's a lot of old buildings to go see. The best 7-Eleven ever. They got everything here. My favorite section. Got all the options of coffees. And as a built-in chemist. Now that the grocery shopping is done, I can go explore. I'm going to stop over at this ancient temple complex where I was yesterday late afternoon. I want to see if I can go inside. That was the inner part of the stupa, and all the people were dropping coins down to the bottom and aiming for a bucket in the center. Hey, didn't you guys ever learn to use a level? This main Bal stupa has definitely been well restored. It is in fine condition. But you can see a little bit of too modernization on it, which kind of spoils the original, authentic, the ancient stupas and temples in Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Those ones are undergoing massive restoration, but for many decades, and they restoring them in the traditional ancient ways, where unfortunately, yeah, you can see that there's a lot of plain mortar that's being used. But anyway, it still looks pretty good, and maybe it will last another 100 or 200 years. The brickwork is a little bit too modern. Yeah, they come. Most of these old Bal stupas are askew. It is an ancient place, and I do building, so it's natural for me to gravitate around things like that. Anyway. Seen that one? It is beautiful. I love seeing all of this ancient architecture and these type of cultural heritage buildings. Let's carry on and go see what the rest of the city has to offer. My bicycle's got a friend. All stocked up. Lekker coffee. This is jackfruit. Massive, massive fruits. They're about the size of my head. That jackfruit is also a delicacy, and it's also one of those fruits that smell bad. It's time for me to head to the center of Ayutthaya. Come, say it with me, Ayutthaya. The names here in Thailand are crazy to pronounce. Most of them I don't even try. My favorite name to pronounce amongst the very few is Uban Ratchathani. You'll be surprised what Bangkok's real name is. A lot longer than most people on this planet can even attempt to pronounce. I'll see if I can find a video of it and post it up.
กรุงเทพมหานครอมรรัตนโกสินทร์มหินทราอยุธยามหาดิรกพบนพรัตน์ราชธานีบุรีรมอุดมราชนิเวศมหาสถานอมรพิมานอวตารสถิตสักกทติยวิษณุกรรมสิทธิ์
A Chinese themed entryway and a Thai themed entryway. Look at this Santa. Jeez, like Ipal, Christmas is long over. Stop mucking about and go back to the North Pole. That Santa doesn't want to leave Thailand. He's enjoying it too much here. I'm at Wat Mahathuat, which is one of the main ancient temples in this area. Let's go see what they have to offer. Like a bicycle parking. There we can see in the distance already. That looks like an old Khmer style type of stupa temple. Oh boy, just looking at this place before I've even entered, I just know it's going to take forever for me to get out of here. So be it. I'm just going to take my time and enjoy it. I'm only going to be out once. If I get to the roads, then I'm just going to smack it on the bike. But I'm going to enjoy this. This is what I'm really out for. Here we've got the fees, so it's 80 baht for foreigners, 10 baht for locals. And there's the dress code. I have passed it. That one's definitely collapsing because of the ground. That one too. I think all of them are. It's got to do with the ground in this area, that it's most likely like clay. So it's not really their building techniques, it's just over time that they're starting to tilt to the sides. A lot of bat poop. You can imagine how big that one must have been. Those are your gates. Then we have the stupas, and then we have the prangs. This ancient temple complex could have been under siege or something, because a lot of these statues are destroyed. Actually, all of them are. you see statues destroyed, especially all of them, then you know that it's man that did it. So there was definitely some type of conflict going here. Could have even been a overthrow of the ancient empire. They very well could have destroyed the center prang and maybe use it to build some other new buildings of the new leaders. Yeah, you can see all of the new bricks versus the old bricks. So they most likely, or they definitely used all of the old bricks that they could find in this ruin and used them, and then where needed replace them with more modern bricks. This was their main entrance to this ancient temple complex, and that would lead you up to a massive tower that would have stood over there in the center, going up to the sky. And these are these massive walls. I'm gonna guess it's about 6-7 meters, and they would lay on this foundation going all around here. So you could imagine how big this place really was. It's a marvel to look at now because of the history that it holds, but you can imagine when all of these foundations had buildings on them, how vast this place must have really been in its glory days. Buddha head entangled in the roots of this tree. That's pretty cool. It's like a tiny little mini Angkor Wat feature.
Over there, we have octagonal stupa, 8 directions.
And that's what the place would have looked like if it was in tip-top order. So that old ancient temple complex, that was built in 1740. Okay, this is what this temple complex looks like that we're about to visit. It is a lot smaller, however its main building is still intact. How amazing is that view? I get basically goosebumps when I come to places like this. I love it. I love this ancient architecture and the cultural history that comes with it. And this center prang has got its stupas surrounding it. I can't remember exactly what the stupas were or are and what they represent or did represent. I think they could represent a tomb. Alright, so this was a crypt, and all these objects were once stored here and are now kept in the National Museum. It has a little bit of history on this temple complex, and it's difficult to follow along with the dates because they use the Thai calendar, which is about 500 and something years off of ours. And yeah, as you can see, the temple was destroyed by the Burmese and then just deserted. I actually remember a bit of the history. It was the Burmese that came into Thailand. Back then it was known as Siam, and basically took over the place and destroyed most of their religious and political places, and started to rebuild what we have today called Thailand. So those Burmese, they destroyed all the statues and all the buildings, and I'm sure some of it collapsed under its own weight on this loose soil. And I'm also pretty sure that a lot of the buildings that were destroyed, those materials were taken elsewhere to build new places of the new Burmese that settled in the area. So these places are a lot older than we think. They're not from the 1700s. They're basically from the 1200s. We've got to minus that 500 difference. That's the Buddhist years, which is 2569. That's their year, and ours is 2026. You can see how unstable the soil is in this area. I would have loved to have delved deeper into the history of this place, but yeah, I've got so much on my plate. I've got all my navigation to do, you know, route planning, accommodations, and just the tour itself. And looking at the history on this, delving a bit deeper into it is a little bit too much. So I've got to try and just skim the top of it and you know, just get a taste for it. The other thing about this place is that the little footnotes are not really much of use, because that's what they look like. You cannot read it, it's all faded. So unfortunately I'm not able to learn the brief information on these places. Bought to enter each one of these sites, and there are apparently 7 major ones. There is a cheaper ticket if you want to look at all of them. I don't think I'll even be able to do that this morning, but with that they could at least put some more new information boards on their structures so that the people that's visiting them actually know what they are visiting and what they're looking at. Now we've got one with an updated board. That's the main prang. This is all laterite. See, that's what I wanted to know. I want to know what this was made out of, and then the brickwork and what this represented. See, that's what I was looking for. Just a little bit of a background story of the place. There's another Santa in the distance, still hanging around, and it's February. At least they got a cycle lane. see quite a lot of those little stupas. Well, not really little, but the smaller ones that is scattered around the city. Cycling lanes. Like this one is closed. I don't see any visitors inside of it. You know what poop that is? That's elephant poop. Ah, it is open. There's some tourists over there. Little squirrels. Sadly, the main feature in this modern temple is covered up. They're most likely restoring it, so we can't see anything inside. This one was probably the biggest one, covering the most ground, should I say, and sadly it's all in ruins. So this structure was once a temple, just like those modern ones, except an ancient one, and this is all that's left of it. Oh, that's a lot of cocks. Some elephants. Oh yeah. Some big traffic. trees. Like, the thing is big. Holy smokes, that elephant is massive. Die baas van die plaas. Those ones are small ones compared to that other big one. There are speed bumps in Thailand. This area north of Bangkok is the first time I'm experiencing them. Right, I'm off now to go see the last temple, for me though. There's just too many, yeah. It's already 11 in the morning and I think that you need to spend at least 2 days here to be able to see most of them. Like a building site on top of the bridge. Got some of this lacquer green bread, some soy milk, and sitting in 7-Eleven on the little chairs that they got here. Bicycle is right outside and enjoying all of the lacquer cool air cons. That's the last one I'm going to see today.
It's feedback, not bad feedback.
So they were in their traditional outfits. So that clothing that couple was wearing, that's the traditional clothing which would have been worn by the royalties here in Ayutthaya. They're actually from Japan. You can rent out that costumes and wear it around the temples. And that's the late queen, which died several months back, and they will continue to mourn her passing for a year. All the ladies in traditional clothing, for their photo shoot, yeah. So they're restoring them to look like they've been weathered. Most likely restoring the integrity of the buildings, but still keeping them looking like they are ancient ruins. This one needs some repairs done so that it actually can still survive. Though they'll repair it, but still make it look like a ruin. That one really needs some restoration, otherwise it won't last long. We'll end up like these ones. Okay, it's already past 12 o'clock and I haven't even left town. Oh boy, and I still got a whole day's worth of cycling ahead of me. It is super dry, hot and dry. I don't think there's going to be any visiting of plain temples today. We've seen way too many ancient temples this morning, so I don't think I'm going to stop by and go into any of the more modern temples unless I pass it straight through my route. My own private road. I like it. Just I'm loving this gravel roads. They are a bit bumpy and powdery dust, and as you can see, I've got a lacquer tailwind. It's pushing me all the way, so I'm blazing it down here. So I'm going to jump on the tar road and shoot across this section. The road would have came to a very short end anyway. There's a massive building project going on down here. It is fast going and it is super dry, and I'm burning through my water like no man, and yeah, there's not really much places in this area to restock, so I'm gonna actually have to take it more moderately. Just rice fields all around. My bridge is open. If I'm not mistaken, I think that type of style of housing is Khmer, which is basically from Cambodia, but more from the Angkor Empire, the Khmer Empire. The area must be the rice basket of Thailand, or at least of the central area. Sometimes when I ask them for fried rice, they don't understand me. So I say, I want some fry rye, then I know exactly what I want.
Some fried rice with chicken.
Lunch is served. About $20 for that, eh? Out in rice country, pretty cheap. With some pork. I think they call it pork basil. So it's basically pork chili, very spicy, and the pork and rice. My lips are burning and they are already dry, so it's extra burny around the lips. Right, so I'm trying to do some route planning and accommodation, and also my phone's battery is running low, and I've still got let's see how many kilometers. I've still got about 60 kilometers to go, maybe just less than 60 kilometers to go, and my phone battery is on 25%. So I need to find a place where I can sit and charge my phone, and then also just plan a route to that accommodation, and then yeah, basically just route there, and then it will bring me a little bit closer, because tomorrow I want to arrive in the early afternoon of the River Kwai. So that is a popular place. I think it's the River Kwai or River Kai. But anyway, I know that they made a movie about it, and it seems like it is a popular place. So I want to try and get closer there today, so that I can arrive tomorrow in the early afternoon. I'm pretty sure there was also a Top Gear special of crossing the River Kai. It's all 7-Eleven. Didn't have chairs inside, but at least it had a power point outside so I can charge my phone. There's one motorbike that I wanted to show. It's like a mini superbike. The only thing is they're super useless. You can't do anything with them except for go from A to B with them. You can't load anything on them. A new route to my accommodation, basically cutting straight through the countryside. Well, not straight. It's a snaky route. It's about 43 kilometers away, but I think that 43 kilometers is going to take me quite some time, and I haven't booked anything. Just going to pitch up there and hope that they can accommodate me. Otherwise, yeah, I've got to continue a little bit further on and find something else, but I'm sure they will have. That was the first dog that's chased me since I've been back in Thailand, and I had to first ask it to chase me because it was just passively watching me, and then I had to mock it so that it could chase me. Yes, another dog. Let's see. Hey, dog, go and chase it. Hey, come. Yeah. I'm more interested in the dead pigeon laying in the road. My route, how it's zigzagging through all these areas. Now the apps that I use for creating a route is I use Google just to find all the places, and it gives me then the rough direction on where to start planning. Then I use Strava, which is a sports app, and that will help me to plot the route. Now it's got different options for gravel bikes, road bikes, mountain bikes, and obviously if you pick a mountain bike it's going to take you over everything. And then a road bike will obviously route you on all the roads, but then it's going to take you around everything. And then the gravel bike, which sits in the middle, will basically take you on 50-50 gravel and on tar roads. But it doesn't always work well. It will still route you in the areas where you don't want to go. So I have to manually just plot each section, say every 5 kilometers or every 10 kilometers. I need to plot it and adjust it. And it's not all that easy to do it on your little phone, but it works. And then that's all on this phone that I used to record. Plots everything on this phone, and then I need to save it on the cloud and then download it into a format that I can use on an open source mapping app, which is on this phone. So I send it to this phone, and then I'm able to manually follow that route. So that's how I do it. It takes me about half an hour just to replot it and do all of that. But that half an hour saves the whole route, basically. Saves me from looking at my map, trying to plan a route through every kilometer. So you see, a stitch in time saves 9. So let's continue through this ziggy-zaggy route. Lots of temples. There's thousands of temples in Thailand. You'll find them anywhere. And they say that Myanmar, Burma, has got the most temples in the world. And that's a military dictatorship country. I would love to visit it one day, but I don't know how it is there. There's still internal conflict going on between the what do you call it, the rebel group versus the military. So I don't think I'll ever be seeing that country in the near future. Speaking of countries to visit, I still want to see the north of Thailand, the far north, where all the mountains are and the cold weather is, or cool weather. And I'd like to see a bit of Myanmar, just to see how it is really like there. And then Laos. Oh, Laos, the all-forgotten country, the landlocked country, the white country that almost nobody knows about. Yeah, so those are the places I'd still like to visit. There is still the Philippines and what's the other one? Anyway, another country there in the south, which after going through Malaysia, I have no interest in visiting. So Indonesia, that's what it is. Indonesia and the Philippines. After Malaysia, there's nowhere I'm visiting those countries. I don't sit well with that type of mentality of the local folk, of that culture, religion. They are very nice, some of them, but just as a country as a whole, I prefer a place where they smile a lot and are more open, and they don't hide behind ninja suits. Yeah. Land of turbo diesels, where every Isuzu Baki has been tuned up. Weird for me to see an Isuzu tuned up. You know, where I'm from, an Isuzu is just a workhorse. You know, they're all plain and simple. They got ladders on the roof and plain white, and they're pretty high. Yeah, in Thailand, those Isuzus are all pumped up. They dropped, and they got massive exhaust, and I'm sure that they modify the engine heavily. Rice fields as far as the eye can see. I route in quite a lot. I just manually route. I just look at the map and I just see where I am, and then I just go for it. Because often when you plan a route and when you get there, you see there's a better option and you take that option. So it's a bit of mix and match of everything, eh? As long as you got a way through, you know, just a rough guide, and then you can you can go for it. those crop spraying drones. Ah, it's fertilizer. Thing. Hey, 8 props. Here goes the battery. Folds away the props. Job done. I think that this is a peasant area where they plow the fields with oxes. And no man, they just come with a drone and they just fertilize the fields quickly, done like that, done and dusted. School's out, boys and girls. Time to clap it all the way home. Freedom! Too often behind this little scooter thing. Shadows are starting to grow long at this time of the afternoon. It's all quiet roads, all among the rice fields. Some soup. And I honestly think they're fighting an endless battle here. Got that tiny little bucket on that thing, scooping up all this slosh. That one there trying to half push it along. And you just get a bulldozer and just plow all of it to that side. Late. It's been a long day, just like every day. So, it's like there's a lot to take in every day. The days are all the same length. It's just so much happens in one day. Looks like I've got some lively ones over here. You frog thing. That one didn't look too healthy. I wouldn't want to be licked by that one. Not sure what this area is. If it's just water storage or if it's flooded rice fields. See my map where it wants to route me all along that so-called gravel trail. All right. I don't think I'm gonna make it through all of this. I'll just manually route now around this. Routing all the way around there. Should intercept that track of mine. I'll even take those rice field tractors and tune them up and race them. Alright, I'm nearing the place where I'll be keeping tonight. Let's hope that they've got space and that it is a nice place. Well, I found the place. It seems like nobody's here. So there's nobody here. It's empty. I searched the whole place, knocked on all the doors, checked the neighbors, nobody here. So I guess I'm gonna have to cycle another 30 kilometers or so into town and look for a place to stay. Just kidding, somebody eventually came along. Come check it out. Bike is all tucked in, like a big place, like a big bed, nice and white, clean sheets. Bed is okay, not too bad at all. It's okay, not super soft, but it's fine. It's not as hard as a rock. Nice, massive bathroom, generous, smells nice and fresh. Lekker. And the almighty aircon already on turbo mode. Oh, lekker, nice and clean. The place advertised for about 205 Rand a night, but when I got here, the guy said 580 baht, which is about 300 Rand, something like that. I suppose that's their walk-in costs or their walk-in prices.
Stay here.
So they're making food. Yeah, now for 40 days.
40 days.
Yeah, 40 days. So these are school teachers, and they got very nice uniforms on. Like they look very neat, and they helped me to order from this place. Kapkun krap. That's my dinner for tonight. A new bowl. I was recommended by the teachers. It's got some sea cockroaches in it, and some fish balls, and some calamari rings. And let's taste this. What they had. Oh yeah, there comes the carbs.